I can have to do this tomorrow. Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Nice to see you back here. Here. Come on in. Okay, you guys. So we have officially entered part three of the saga of my life. So this is gonna kind of be like me updating you guys, me kind of talking about how I feel, like what's all been going on and different stuff like that. Because I feel like in life, you definitely have to be open to your mind changing, your habits changing, like different things changing. And yes, some things can all stay the same, but for the most part, you want to keep changing. You want to keep becoming a new person. You want to like figure out what you kind of like want to do in life, you know? And for right now, where my journey started, just a little bit of a recap. Let me adjust this real quick. So my journey started with me letting you all know that I was living in my car. And I believe I lived in my car for about, I want to tell y'all, from February to almost May or June. So February, March, April, May, June. Like 5 or 6 months I was living in my car, right? And that is not the first time I have lived in my car. I want to tell y'all that that's going to be the last time, because we're going to get our life together for real. And hopefully we never have to go back to living in the fucking car. But I did live in my car for about 5 to 6 months. And it came with joy. It came with sorrow. Another update, I no longer have my puppies, my doggies, but every day I kind of just hope that they're on to better things. Sometimes I see dogs and it reminds me of them real bad, and I miss them so bad. I want to go look for them, but right now, the space that I'm in my life, I need to focus on me. I need to figure out a lot of stuff in my life, and to get them back will just be another start of the cycle, because I'm not fully together the way I need to be, and I need to excuse me, y'all, and I need to work like long hours and stuff like that. So I'll just be leaving them to themselves, and I don't feel like that's a good life for a dog. Like not being monitored, not being able to take them out, getting home after long hours and trying to, like, they need a walk and it's like too late. It's not really good for them. So sometimes, even though we want things in life, we got to know what's best for us or best for the others that are going to be involved, right? And right now, what I can say is I'm doing what I always do. I'm building towards what I want my life to be, what I envision it to be. Why am I yawning? Excuse me. I'm trying to just become a better person, build good habits so that I won't necessarily fall by the wayside. But what I can say is that I had already been building my life on a trajectory, and then kind of going and living with my dad just kind of tanked me. So now I gotta try to build right back up. And that's not exactly terrible. What I can say, a good lesson to learn, is that when you have to start over, don't feel bad that you have to start over. Understand that you're starting from experience. So you're starting from a position of knowing things that you didn't know before when you initially started, right? So success is not just linear. Success is like ping pong, bouncing all over the place, right? So I'm in a different space of not necessarily being angry with my dad or my family, or letting it hold me back, or like situations hold me back. Excuse me, I'm just yawning like crazy, y'all. I just understand that sometimes, no matter how much you love people, no matter how much they think they want the best for you, or they think what they're doing for you is the best for you, they can only move from their own place of understanding. So they don't realize how much they are hindering you, or they don't realize that how much they're affecting the way that you feel about yourself, truly, right? And ooh, y'all, another thing that I've started is a great thing. Recently, I've joined a book club. I'm super happy with that. And we're reading a book actually that speaks a lot about that, about what family says or what people say, what society is, and how it can affect you and how you have to basically rewrite the narrative. So that book recently that I have gotten into is called The 4 Agreements. So I highly recommend this book. We've gotten through chapter 1 and I'm already loving it so much, so I can't really wait to read the rest and see what's going on in it. But basically, right now I'm in the space of consistently auditing my finances, consistently trying to be a better person mentally, spiritually, like health-wise, eating better. And I feel like I've made good progress with myself. Sometimes I might fall back into old habits, but that's when you course correct. That's when you remind yourself, listen, girl, get back on track, get it back together. Like, I'm not gonna let you just fall by the wayside. I'm not gonna let you just keep slipping, right? So I definitely know that right now in my journey, I wish I would stop yawning so much, y'all. Right now in my journey, I'm focused on just building and not necessarily regaining back all the old things, but figuring how I can gain new things or kind of put myself in the position where I feel comfortable or where I know it'll set my life onto the trajectory that I want it to be on. And that's doing for me what I want and not doing what somebody else might want for me or where somebody else might try to keep me so that they can elevate their own life. So that's a hard realization a lot of the time, that sometimes we are living for others. Sometimes we are, everything that we think is us is really just what somebody else put in our mind. It speaks on this book. So once you start truly living for yourself, sometimes after living so long for other people, it's hard to figure out what you really like, what you really want, what you really need to do, but you'll make your way through. You'll figure it out. So right now, I think I'm in a good space. I'm definitely feeling a little bit different about dancing. And it's still just a little bit weird for me, but I am finding my joy in it. And I remember when I initially started dancing that I told myself I would only dance for like 5 years. And I started dancing at 19, right? So much has happened within that time that I started dancing to now. I would have never thought that I would have lost my mom. I know it's something that people be like, what? Like, people die all the time, but I would have never envisioned that my mom would pass away. I would have never envisioned that we would go through a pandemic. I would have never envisioned that I would go back to live with my dad and things went how I thought they would go, but you know, things have to happen so it could set you on a certain trajectory. So I can't even be mad at him. He is who he is, and he is who he is to me. So basically all I can do is focus on myself, focus on what I want for my life, not letting anybody else put me down, whether it be financially, whether it be like verbally, you know, physically, anything. Like I can't let anybody else come into my life, whether that be family, friendship, or relationship, and put me in a headspace that's not healthy for me. And that I can only control. Like, I can only control myself. I can only control what I allow, you know? So that is a good habit I'm trying to build, trying to remind myself that I have control over the experiences that I experience. And if I don't necessarily have control over the experiences that I experience, I have control over how long I experience them, because I have 2 feet and I can get up and I can walk away. So that's a really big thing too. So as of right now, I'm just trying to become a better Jeanette. That's all I'm focused on. And I'm really proud of myself. I have to give myself kudos. I have to sometimes tell myself to slow down a little bit, because I know in this life everything seems like you're behind when really you're right on time. Or sometimes you're staying in a position because God wants you to be in that position, because you don't know what you're meant to receive or who you're meant to affect. And I know another big thing is I'm an Aries. So I've been seeing a lot of things lately about basically relaxing, because Aries energy is make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. Y'all ain't moving fast enough. So I'm learning to kind of relax a little bit at times, remind myself that I am only 23 and that life will progress the way that it needs to. If it's meant for me, it will come to me. Like having a little bit of a receptive energy, opposed to let me go out and get it. Like, let me just kind of sit, let me analyze, let me audit, let me figure this out, and things will be okay. And having a little bit of faith. So it's a really good practice to have. I'm focusing more on me, and I'm perfectly okay with that. This is me time. So I'm happy for that. And I'm happy to see where else this journey takes us, you guys. So I'll see y'all later.